Hello and welcome to On-Demand Training. My name is Lisa Pruden and I'll be your presenter. Today we're going to talk about the State of Michigan Unclaimed Property Rules for 2011. The annual procedures will include researching any unclaimed property, notifying vendors, mailing payment to the State of Michigan or reissuing the checks to the vendors, and possible completion of an attestation form. Now, how are you going to go about determining whether or not you have unclaimed property? The easiest way is to use the QuickBooks Bank Reconciliation module and take a look to see if you have any uncleared checks over 90 days. If you don't use QuickBooks, you can do the same process by checking your bank statements and your check register to determine what remains unclear over 90 days. Step 1 is the identification process. By March 31st, we'd like you to identify properties that may be reportable as unclaimed. For the majority of counties, we've narrowed this down to wages and commissions or payments for goods and services. Wages and commissions have a 1-year dormancy, and payments for goods have a 3-year dormancy. We're recommending that county farm bureaus do an annual process of reporting unclaimed property rather than waiting to the full dormancy period. A dormancy period is defined by the time when an owner of property does not take action on his or her property. Step 2 is due diligence. By April 15th, after completion of Step 1, all unclaimed items found must be sent a due diligence letter. We have an example here for you from the State of Michigan. Now you can take this letter and make it specific to your county, and you can also put it on your county letterhead. What this letter is asking is what happened to the check. Was the check lost? Is the individual holding the check for a reason? And you're going to ask that this person return this letter to you completed. An easy way to do that is send them an envelope with a stamp to make it simpler. Step 3 is analyzing your due diligence responses. By May 25th, you want to determine any property owners whom contact has not occurred. So if you sent them a due diligence letter and you have not had a response, this could possibly be an unclaimed check. Step 4 is form preparation. By June 1st, you want to begin preparing your annual unclaimed property report. I've given you an example here of what this report looks like. You can put more than one item on this report, so if you have 2 checks to 2 separate vendors that are unclaimed, you would put them both on this form. Along with this form, you'll have to complete a transmittal. Any checks should be made payable to the State of Michigan, so you can do 1 check to the State of Michigan for a number of uncleared items. Continuing on with form preparation. If you're in a situation where you did get all of your due diligence letters back and you have no unclaimed property, you're required to complete an attestation of compliance with unclaimed property reporting. I've given you an example of this form here. Now take note of the bullet points. By completing and signing this form, you're attesting that you're an authorized rep, that you're aware of the unclaimed property types, that your entity or your county farm bureau has no unclaimed property in its possession, that you acknowledge the Uniform Unclaimed Property Act provides authority to the state treasurer to conduct an exam, and that you're aware that an unclaimed property exam may go back 10 years and result in assessments and penalties. The final due date is July 1st. So by July 1st, you need to have done one or the other: completed an attestation of compliance, or completed an annual report along with a transmittal and made a check out to the State of Michigan. Regardless of the form that you complete, the address for return of these forms is Unclaimed Property Division, Michigan Department of Treasury, P.O. Box 30756, Lansing, Michigan 48909. All of the necessary forms can be found by accessing the public drive. And those of you that don't have access to the public drive, we will email attach these forms to you. Or you can access these forms by going to the State of Michigan website. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us at the County Services Department, 1-800-292-2680, and my extension is 3246. Thanks so much for joining us, and I hope you have a great day.